All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving our praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the artists of great millstone who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And today, I'm just going to kind of give, a testimony because, one of the main topics, this week has been, pretty much these spirits, messing with us, man. Because I did, a video last week, on demon possession where, it showed a woman that was clearly possessed, by a demon or, just an evil angel or an evil spirit, and, it was real because Apostle Tahar, he had made a video, recently entitled, is levels to the demon game. And indeed, man, it's levels to these different spirits that, vex us, that bother us. And, some of these spirits, or not some, but, these spirits, they know who we are, hence the reason why, they can't, harm us, but they'll come and attack us spiritually, So I'm just going to kind of give, my personal testimony of, sleep paralysis, but which we know is, you being attacked by a demon. So, Lord willing, this it's like, Lord willing, this testimony is edifying, so the first time I can recall, being attacked, in my sleep was when I was about 12 years old. I was at my godparents' house. I was sleeping on the floor. My godfather, he was in his bed right next to me. And as they say, usually when this happens, you're sleeping, but you're you're half awake as well. So I'm in between, being awake and asleep. But all of a sudden, I was trying to move. I couldn't move. I was trying to call, my godfather's name. His name was John. I was trying to call his name. I couldn't call his name. Or it was like I was whispering his name, because I felt like I was being held down, and I couldn't move. I couldn't call out for help, so I just sat there. I kind of panicked a little bit, but, eventually, that spirit got up off me. I didn't know what it was at that time, because again, I was still, a youth, and I was well, into the world, man, I was still a young man, but I didn't understand it at the time. But, as I've gotten older and, coming to this truth and understood, why these particular things happen, so that was the first time, I can remember being, attacked in my sleep, and the second time was about, I want to say 3 years ago, in about 2021, I was staying with my brother at the time, and again, I was living with my brother. I was in the living room, sleeping, and, same thing, a spirit, came and, held me down, and, I kind of got mad, just the same thing, Pastor Har and other brothers, have been saying, I got mad because I knew what it was at that particular time. But I was also having a dream, and in this dream, I don't remember everything that was going on, but this is just the part that stuck out to me the most. I never forgot it. And, I was this guy, I don't remember what he looked like, but this guy was talking to me, and, he's pretty much asking me, well, what's the name of the Lord? He said, Yeshua. He said, the J word. I said, no. I said the name in the dream, and then I actually said it while I was asleep. I said it's Yahweh Shai. Then the next thing I know, that weight was off me. That demon got off me. I was able to, turn over. I knew what it was, because I was angry. I got mad, like, man, pretty much that spirit attacked me, tried to hold me down, but, I didn't panic that time because, again, I knew, and pretty much I felt like that was a test, because, again, to see if I was going to call on the right name, and I did, in the dream, and then while I actually said it, because, certain people, they do talk in their sleep, but, you know, that's the only time I remember being asleep and actually saying it while I was asleep, calling on the name of the Lord, and, that spirit got up off me, you know. And then this last, account I can remember was about 2 years ago. I was staying, in my first apartment, it was 2 years ago. I think this may have been before I started coming out to the camp, either before or just, a little bit after. Yeah, I think it may have been before, but, I was at home and I decided to take a nap, and it's probably like, like in the evening, probably around 4 or 5 or something like that. Just got off work. So, it took me a nap. And, again, same thing, half sleep, half awake, but, I'm laying in my bed, I have my hands, like over my chest, and it felt like, my right hand, I forget, I think it was like my pinky or my thumb, but one of my fingers, it felt like I was being cut, and I literally felt like, as if it was a knife or a blade or something going across my finger. I felt it, my fingers was stinging, and then when I woke up, I looked, I had scratches on my hand, man. So, I was attacked, by a spirit that time because, again, I'm not that type of person that cut myself, like these people out here, when they get depressed. Because, sometimes I will wake up and look at my hands and my arm, I'll have scratches on me, man, and wondering where they came from, and usually it came, from spirits attacking me, but that particular time I knew what was happening. That was the only explanation because, again, I didn't cut myself. I literally felt my fingers, like my skin being separated as I was sleeping, man. It was crazy. But, again, just like, the Apostle Tahar said, man, it's level to this, and the more, we increase in this knowledge, man, the heavier these demons are going to attack us, man, these evil spirits. Because one thing, if it wasn't him, it may have been Apostle Gabar or Apostle Ramlab, excuse me, so like you, is that, I think it may have been Apostle Gabar, that when you go certain places, I just say if you were to walk in a room full of people, they could be talking. Then once you enter into that room, the vibe changes, man. And people will start to act different, or either, get to acting all strange or whatever, or they'll be happy to see you. It's like you said, just roughly paraphrasing what he said, man. But, I've experienced that. You walk into a room, everybody may be happy to see you, or, everyone is, oh, shit, there you go. Which is really those spirits that are on these people to act this way towards us, man. Because, we have this truth, we have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and it irritates those spirits that are on these people, man. Because, again, one thing to keep in mind is that these spirits, they know who we are, because Lord willing, if we're the elect, they know that we are the elect, man. So they know that there are certain things that they can't do. They can't harm us. That's, one thing they'll do. They'll jump on these other people, to vex us, or these spirits will, hold us down in our sleep, or, again, just scratch you and do all these other things, man. Because, again, they know who we are. So I'm just going to get, at least this one scripture, in Acts chapter 19, and I'm going to start at verse 11. And it says, and Yahweh wrought special miracles by the hands of Paul, so that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons, and the diseases departed from them, and the evil spirits went out of them. Then certain of the vagabond Jews, exorcists, took upon them to call over them which had evil spirits the name of the Lord Yahushai, saying, We adjure you by Yahushai whom Paul preacheth. And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, a Jew, and chief of the priests, which did so. And an evil spirit answered and said, Yahushai I know, and Paul I know, but who are ye? So again, man, that evil spirit knew who Paul was and knew who Yahushai was, but it didn't know who this individual was, man. And I was watching, the brother out of LA, the brother Mike Allah, pretty much giving his testimony of, being attacked by spirits and, doing exorcisms as well, man. And that's not a light thing, man. It's not, it's dangerous, getting these spirits off of these people, man, because these spirits are powerful because they can't jump on you or, bug you out, but again, these spirits, they know who we are, So verse 16 says, and the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on, and the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them and prevailed against them. So they fled out of their house naked and wounded. So yeah, man, pretty much you can't just try to get, these evil spirits off of people, if, you're not experienced in, exercising, evil spirits off of people, man, because again, these spirits, they know who we are. They know who we are. These people, they may not know who we are in the spirit or know that, Lord willing, we're the elect. But they know that there are certain things that they cannot do to us, man. They cannot harm us. As much as these evil spirits want to take us out, they cannot. That's all they really can do is just find different ways to vex us, but they cannot kill us, Because again, this account alone, it shows you that, again, man, there are certain men that these spirits know. Because again, only those chosen spirits, man, that are out there, the elect, these spirits know who the elect are. They know what they can and cannot do to us, Lord willing. Again, that be us. And as far as, the majority of our people, man, they don't really bother them like that. Of course they have spirits on them, but, they don't vex them as much as they would, us, because we've been awakened. We have this truth. So, they're trying to find different ways to take us out of this truth, man. They're trying to bring us back because they know that, spiritually, just like, the elder brother, Kazak down in Mississippi, he said, we pretty much have spiritual targets on our back, man. Because again, these spirits are trying to take us out. They're trying to take us out of this truth, man. By any means, whether it's, them jumping on other people to vex us, or again, attacking us in our sleep, or just, whatever means, we can be attacked, spiritually, man. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to hinder us from, completing this mission, because again, all, of us men that are sincere, we're on a mission, and that mission is for us to, do the Lord's work, and Lord willing, we be found worthy of receiving salvation, man, because at the end of the day, that's what we're in this thing for, or that's what we should be in this thing for, man, to hopefully receive salvation, for the great destruction that our Lord is getting ready to bring upon this earth, man. Because as we know, this place, America, aka Babylon the Great, is destined for destruction, man. And there is no other way. This place has to be destroyed in order for there to truly be peace in this world, man. And that's one thing, I myself, I pray for every day, the downfall of this place, man, throwing up those curses, because again, man, we're at the end of this thing, so we're going to start seeing, more and more of these things happen, man. These spirits that are on these people, or even attacking us in our sleep, man, because, again, just like the apostle said, man, it's levels to it, it is levels to it. And, again, that just hearing, the story that Apostle Tahar told, about him having a gun pulled on him, and he pretty much got angry at the guy, because again, that guy obviously had a spirit on him. He said, him and his woman, they were helping someone out, and they put a gun on him, and he got mad. And, the guy ultimately ended up putting the gun down and, running away, because again, man, that's a man of the Lord, man. That is truly a man of the Lord, Pastor Hart, and this is, why he's the leader, man. When he's the leader of this thing, man, he's a special person. And this isn't, to throw out flattery or anything, but again, just let that have been anyone else, in the world, they would have probably folded, and he didn't get scared, man. Because again, this is what these evil spirits do, man. They jump on these people, to vex us and to do different things to try to, throw us off. But ultimately, they know, in the spirit that we can't be defeated as long as, we keep things spiritual. We don't react carnally, unless we're put into a situation to where we have to defend ourselves, just like, I think, again, Pastor Gabar Salakia, said earlier, man, if we're put into a position to where we have to defend ourselves, then, the Lord will be with us, But again, I say all that to say, again, because that's pretty much a topic that has been coming up a lot lately, man, about, these evil spirits that have been attacking, different brothers, man, and I've just wanted to, pretty much share my testimony of how I was attacked, out, before I came into the truth and while I was, so Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give our praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Till the next time I say you, Shalom.